Hey guys, so this video is going to be a tattoo update kind of video. I've only ever done one tattoo video and that was a few years ago. There hasn't been a ton of additions since then, but I figured I would do it since a few people have asked, and I'm going to kind of start over as though you've never seen my first video. So, the very first tattoo I got is this. It's Roman numerals. It says 2013. I did get it touched up because one of the M's, the line isn't straight up to, like, it's hard to explain. But if you're looking at it, the very first line in the M should be straight up, and this one kind of tapers at the top. I got it touched up, the same thing happened, so whatever. I might get this covered with something more substantial that still says 2013, but maybe in a different font and maybe the actual numbers instead of Roman numerals. We shall see. Pain for that was nothing. Honestly, I just felt the vibration on my bones. It really wasn't bad at all. I think it took like 20 minutes maybe. And I got it done from someone who was an apprentice at the time. She's really talented. I can leave her stuff below if you want to check her out. She does a lot of flowers and stuff now, and like really cute stuff. I got it, I want to say, in 2014. Not totally sure though. And then the next tattoo that I got, I believe was this one. It's kind of hard to show because my arm twists, obviously. But this was supposed to be more of like a black work mandala kind of cuff. And it looked really beautiful when I first got it, but it was his first time really doing this style, which I didn't know. He had posted a bunch of stuff, a bunch of drawings and stuff that looked like this, and I didn't know he had never tattooed it, but it's a very different technique, and he didn't really leave enough negative space, so now it kind of just mushed together a bit, which I don't really mind that much, but I might get like red or something through it so that, I don't know. Some of the detail got lost, basically. I got this a few months after. Oh no, this isn't the second tattoo. I'm gonna continue. This is my third tattoo. But yeah, I got this from the same guy who did my chest piece, which was my second tattoo. But I'm gonna continue with this. This took maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Again, the pain really wasn't bad. I just felt the vibrations on the bone around like this part, like the edges where it kind of starts to go onto my underarm area. That's where it started to hurt, but nothing bad. It was like a 3 out of 10. So my second tattoo was my chest piece. I will insert pictures of what it looks like in the beginning, but I basically have a rose, a dahlia, a cat skull with its ears, and then now I have another flower at the bottom. When I first got it done, it was all black and gray. It's a design I had wanted for a while, but he added this like dot work triangle thing on the bottom, which looked really cute, and then it just didn't heal properly. And it also, my rib cage is not normal. I have a pigeon bone, so basically one side of my rib cage comes out. So if something is centered, technically it won't look centered because it rises on one side. So like if I'm wearing a top that squishes my boobs together, anything that was centered no longer looks centered because this boob is higher up that way. So basically I had less tattoo on one boob than I did on the other, and that really bothered me. So I got this covered up within the last year. First, we just did the color. We added color to these because he said it would be easier to cover this bit by putting color on it. It's just another flower. I do want to get all the black touched up, but it's sometime in the future. Pain for this. So in the center, it wasn't that bad. It felt like he was like tattooing under my chin, which was a very strange sensation. But I thought the boniest area was going to hurt the most, and it didn't. Closer to my boobs hurt. Basically the outline of the piece hurt the most, aside from here. So I have sunburn like right here. It's like the only place I missed, and I'm so annoyed. The rose is, the rose hurt a lot. It felt like it was in my armpit. And then down here hurt a lot just because it's on top of muscle. I guess that's why. The center bit, the like cover up bit, really wasn't that bad. But I do have to say this was my first jump into color, and color hurts far more than black and gray. So if you're getting your first tattoo and you're like, I want to do color, maybe wait for your second tattoo to do that. Just so you know what it's like. So now, since we already did this, which was my third tattoo, let's go on to this guy, which was my fourth tattoo. This guy did this and also this before the touch-up. The guy who did the cover-up bit and the color is someone else, and he's like the artist I go to all the time now. But this guy, this is one of my favorite tattoos because I love the way it's shaded. I love all the texture. I think they call it pepper shading. But I love all the texture. It's like a flower mandala. I think it's so cute. There is quite a bit of blowout on it. I don't really mind because I'm probably going to cover it up anyway. Not the tattoo, but like the areas that have blowout, so not a big deal to me. I love the contrast on this one. I just think it's really beautiful. Pain on this, maybe like a 4 out of 10. Really not that bad. Yeah, not bad at all. So now we're going to go on to my biggest tattoo, and I'm going to chunk it all into one because I kind of got it all together. I got it as a sleeve, not as a bunch of different pieces. So it is my arm, my left arm. I have some flowers, I have marigolds, I have some butterflies, some honeybees, this cute ass honeybee with some honeycomb around it. So this I got mainly, so obviously I love tattoos, I love art and stuff like that, but the main reason I wanted this done the time I got it is because all of my scars had flattened for the most part, and I wanted them covered. So if you don't know, I have a lot of scars going this way and a lot going down my arm, and then a lot going down this way. You can kind of still tell on this just because some of the shading kind of had to go with it to mask it, but it doesn't look, I don't know, it's obvious to me, it's probably not obvious to everyone else. You can still see some of the scars in the dark gray, but that's because they held on to the ink way better than the rest of my skin, which is kind of hard to know beforehand. Some don't hold color at all and some hold it all. All of these scars are pretty much invisible now, which is so crazy to me. You have to like look for them, and it blows my mind. Let's see, so the first thing we did was the line work for my whole arm, and then the next session we did all of the background, which we did dark gray. He wanted to do either blue or dark gray. I hate blue, so I just think it looks bad on the skin. It's not appealing to me. If you like it, then, you know, that's your body, do what you want. And I really like dark tattoos anyway. When we haven't done like the final touch-ups or anything for this piece, but when we do, we might go a bit darker. We shall see. Just because the tattoo, I mean the scars did hold it a lot darker. So we did that. Then we started with the color down here. Pain for this area, not so bad. The underside, as you got closer to like the ditch area, that hurt a lot and was one of the most painful places I've ever been tattooed. And there's kind of a lot going on in that area, so it sucked. The only place where there's like not a ton going on is actually one of my favorite areas, just because I love the blend of the dark gray. But that didn't hurt that much. This I thought was going to be the most painful part of my tattoo. And we left it for last, and it really wasn't at all. Getting into my armpit and doing like this bee over here, and then like these leaves hurt a lot, but the actual like underside was totally fine, and I was shocked. I think we did the whole thing in 4 or 5 sessions. Each were like 6 hours each. Yeah. Super in love with this. So that was obviously the most painful tattoo I've gotten, but it also is the biggest. I am a believer in, like, if you like something and you want to do it, then do it. You don't need to have a deep meaning for everything that you do. That is silly to me. And people, older people typically are always like, what are you going to look like when you're 70 and wrinkly? And I'm always like, in my opinion, I'm going to look better than you do when you're 70 and wrinkly because I have art on my body. So, I mean, to each their own, live your life how you want to, but I don't understand why people try and push their opinions on other people. Like, what I do to my body has no effect on you, so why are you telling me? Like, I don't get it. Some of them have meanings, some of them don't, and that's totally fine. I don't know what I want to do next. I have an idea for my leg, like a sleeve that I want to do on my leg, but I can't afford that right now. And I also have an idea for what I want to do on my stomach, but I imagine that's going to be really, really painful, so I might hold off on that for a while. I think that might be it. If you have any questions, let me know. I feel like I breezed through this, and last time I did. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know some of your favorite tattoos that you have, if you have any, and what the most painful spots were for you. I think it's so interesting that some people find like this really painful and other people are like, I didn't feel it at all, you know? It's so interesting. So yeah, have an amazing day.